Jada? Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Trading Bitcoin with your host, Tone Vays. Coming to you live from nice and sunny. Oh, shut up. Audio works. There she comes. All right, have a little guest here with me. I am a little bit south of Tampa, similar to what we did in Austin. And anyone's welcome to come out for a drink in Tampa. And there's absolutely one requirement. You cannot be scared of COVID. That is the only requirement. It's time to eliminate the fear and enjoy human interaction. So I will be hiding out here next to a lake with crocodiles, some up to gators. Sorry. Alligators. Sorry, not crocodiles. Crocodiles are native to Africa. We have alligators here in Florida. I have to get my animals accurate. I want to see one, though. I haven't seen one yet. They're up to 6 feet in there, from what I heard. So that's really cool for me. I love it. So I'm gonna try to not get too close, but close enough. I want a picture. I want a selfie with a 6-foot croc. Should be fun. 6-foot gator. Damn, I keep getting them confused. I should know because of the Florida Gators, which is my school's biggest rival, the Florida State Seminoles. But yeah, I'm south of Sarasota at the moment. I'll hang out here till the weekend, and then I'll be in Tampa for the weekend, and then we'll see what happens after. All right. Shout out to Dave, who is being my gracious host for the week. So apparently when I started saying, hit me up if you have a cool place for me to hang out in and work during the week, and a nearby fun place to have an open place for drinks, I'm down. I'm gonna be, because I don't want to go back to the north again, maybe ever. North of California, so like that whole window. Like I'm staying to the south, south of the country, and avoiding the Socialist Republic of California, the People's Republic of California. Sorry. Okay, let's go to the charts. Bitcoin's breaking out, and it's gonna be great. Let's see what's going on. I'm going straight to the 4-hour chart. The 4-hour chart has been key. I don't remember what I said in my last video, but I'm sure it was useful. And our 4-hour chart hit another MRI top. Now, I believe in the last video, I explained the differences of different MRI tops. And let me get the Q&A chat up. Cool. If there's any good questions, my moderators hopefully will throw them out there. We're going to start off with a question. Very simple. Library account in case YouTube bans you. I already have a Rumble account, and I already have a BitChute account. I do not plan to have a library account. The reason why I don't plan to have a library account is because library has a scam coin associated with the project. I cannot associate with projects that have scam coins, which means library is not an option for me, just like Steemit was not an option for me. But Rumble and BitChute do not have a scam coin, and therefore I do not mind using those platforms. I have the accounts. I have not transferred my videos there yet, but I will probably be using one or both of those accounts for future videos. The same thing goes for a Twitter. Competitors, I'm already tweeting this out or tooting this out on Mastodon, and I am also using Gab. I have no idea what you call it in Gab. So I'm cross-posting to Gab and Mastodon. I was going to use one called Float, which is very crypto friendly. But unfortunately, after speaking to the founders of that company, I have learned that there will be a token in the future, and therefore I cannot use that platform. So I will only use platforms that do not have a shitcoin, because otherwise I might as well just quit on everything I've ever considered, everything I've ever done in the space. So as long as your project does not have a shitcoin or is not planning to have a shitcoin, I am willing to potentially use it as an option, because I am going to get off Twitter. I am going to get off Facebook. That one is going to be tricky. And if Miracle has it, I will get off YouTube, which includes YouTube, if that's possible, which I'm not sure it is. Okay, now we're going to get to the charts. Now that we have almost 1,000 people watching, let's talk about the price of Bitcoin. I drew this triangle a while ago. I used the 1 hour chart to draw the triangle. It is also functional on the 4 hour chart as well. Look at the difference between the current MRI top and the last MRI top. Now at the last MRI top, I might have been a little more bullish than I should have been. I was just very bullish, thinking it can go up forever. And obviously I was educated by the market that nothing goes up forever. So right here, I was certainly expecting a correction. I did not think the correction was going to be this big. And by this big, I mean about 7 days, which is not that much. We topped on the 15th, on the 14th, and today is the 21st, so about 6 days. I really thought that we would only have a 1 to 4 candle correction. I should not have been that optimistic. I should not have been that bullish. But once again, I am now bullish. The next candle is going to be a really good candle. Now here, this is not as dangerous of an MRI top as this one. The reason why this MRI top was so much more dangerous is because it had to go so much further. It went up so much steeper before making it. This one did not go up as steep. Now, the next candle is going to have a green star candle. The green star candle, and those of you that have the indicator, and I'm gonna probably plan a 2-day webinar on the MRI, probably next month or in March, and it's going to be more advanced. I want to get these green stars, more accurate. I want to talk more about them. Obviously, if you blindly buy into a green star right here, you got into trouble. But right here, you did really, really well. So there is some discretion being used. There was a green star here that got you into a selling opportunity. And right now, I believe we're going higher. However, I'm not going to underestimate the rejection of the top of the triangle. For one more potential drop from the top of the triangle to the bottom of the triangle before the ultimate breakout. So something like this, I'm going to lower the size of the arrow. I'm going to change the color of the arrow. And it could be something swift to scare people one more time before an eventual breakout from the triangle. I am anticipating new Bitcoin all-time highs in dollar terms. Do we want to, you know what? I'm going to flip over to Ethereum for a minute. So unfortunately, when we looked at Ethereum a few weeks ago with Socrates, when we were hanging out at our little new all-time high party retreat in Florida, Florida's still a little chilly. It needs to get warmer. I really hated the fact that Ethereum was looking so bullish, not only against the dollar, but also against Bitcoin. Here's Ethereum against the dollar. In yesterday's video, I said that Ethereum was ready for an imminent breakout above the prior swing high, which actually happened to be the all-time high. I thought it was around 1,600, but I believe today is the new all-time high in dollar terms. Now, Ethereum is not even close to a new all-time high in Bitcoin terms, and I don't think it'll even come close. I think Bitcoin is going to flip Ethereum back, and I think that's going to happen very, very soon. I do like the fact that Ethereum will probably destroy the other shitcoins. I mean, I hate all the other shitcoins. They are all dying, and I would rather have a single, stupid for people to put their money in, being Ethereum, versus 100 different stupids for people to put their money in. So if Ethereum rises with Bitcoin, and let's say Bitcoin goes to $100,000 and Ethereum goes to, say, $5,000 or whatever, or even $10,000. So Ethereum, that if Ethereum goes to 10,000 versus Bitcoin's 100,000, Ethereum would be up here, challenging the 0.1% area. I would rather see that future of a Bitcoin being so the future would be, so this is I would prefer that future. So this means that let's say Bitcoin is 100,000, Ethereum is 10,000, which means Bitcoin's dominance versus Ethereum is 90%. And then Bitcoin's overall dominance is 85%, which means all the other shitcoins combined, not including Ethereum, only make up 5 additional percent of Bitcoin's dominance. And that would be easier because now Bitcoin, people would now compare Bitcoin versus Ethereum only instead of comparing Bitcoin to 1,000 shitcoins. And in the near future, people will realize how much more advanced and how much more secure and how much more useful Bitcoin is, with Ethereum being totally useless. At the moment, there's plenty of hype, and I saw Ethereum as a leading driver for Bitcoin to pop out as well. This shows you that people are willing to speculate, and the fact that they are willing to speculate on stupid is very, very good for Bitcoin. Because eventually they're going to realize how dumb this is. People are still worried about Tether. I am not worried about Tether. You can worry about Tether. I am not worried about Tether. I'm also not worried about Mt. Gox. I'm not worried about them. Doesn't mean that they're not going to cause havoc in the price of Bitcoin. It just means I am not concerned. I still have that article that people sent me. Nope, not this and not that. Where the hell did it go? Is this it? This is it. I have his book, which is in my bag. I am using this week to catch up on work. This is my work week, and this weekend we're going to party in Tampa. Oh, by the way, guys should have come out to the Latin Club. There's some nice videos of me dancing, which I may or may not post somewhere. Everything leaks one day, so we'll see. It was a lot of fun. Houston, Latin Club in Houston was great. Okay. Daily chart, Bitcoin. I still like my arrow. I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. I mean, the Washington, D.C. currently looks like a third world nation with half the military of the United States protecting Joe Biden from some fictional enemy that doesn't exist. No one is attacking the Capitol. Literally, it was Joe Biden supporters that caused havoc inside the Capitol. And this FBI report that there are like this view that people on the right, that Trump supporters are actually like violent terrorists, is so sickening, and is the main reason why I am proudly leaving the United States. I can't be here for this. Can't be here watching it go down. Biden is already reversing Trump's plan to open up travel for Americans. He wants to lock you all down. He wants to do what Australia did, what Canada did, what North Korea does, and basically destroy your mental ability to think and do anything that makes life worth living, basically. That is the plan of the Biden-Harris administration, is to melt your brain into having no desire to enjoy the future of life. That is basically what they want to do. And I have no interest of being around to see it happen. I am gonna start a community in Mexico. That is actually one of the things I need to do next month. I am planning on going to Mexico and have a friend there that had bought several thousand acres of land, and I'm gonna go check it out and see what can be done. Good question. Very good question. Tone, how come you are 100% invested as we are going into the last two candles of the weekly count? Because I like this consolidation, and I believe one of two things is going to happen. Because I like this weekly consolidation near the top, it will. I either see it similar to what happened in November, where we consolidated here and then broke out very quickly for another move. I either see it as that way. If we consolidate, I'm just going to use a straight line. If we consolidate, let's say for 2 more weeks, we can then break out from there for another push. And if we consolidate through the MRI top, the MRI top is next. If we consolidate for, let's say, 3 or 4 weeks into mid-February, we can break out for a serious leg higher. Like we can repeat what we did. Like I can just take this and I can just slide it over, and but that's the by so this would be by the nominal values. So by percentage it would be bigger. So if I use percentages, how do I do that? How do I use percentages? So if you go by percentages, right? This went up 100%. So I can like go boom, 100%. Oh yeah, that's both percentages as well, right? So we can get one more doubling from 37 all the way to whatever that is, like 60. It should be more than that. Yeah. Oh, sorry, it's not by percentages. See, it's 59. So you got to go 117%. So that's by percentages. So I can, if we consolidate here, I can see a repeat. But what I'm leaning to a little bit more is not a consolidation, but literally a breakout here within the next 10 days. So I am anticipating a large breakout within the next 10 days. I think that's a little bit different than what Willy Woo is expecting. I'm still 2 newsletters behind. That is absolutely on my to-do list for today. So I still think that we can either break out over the next 2 weeks, and then I would get out, or we can consolidate for the next 4 weeks or for the next 3 weeks, and then have a bigger breakout. So if we consolidate for the next 3 weeks, I would be holding it and anticipating way more than 55,000. But if we break out to 55,000 in the next 2 weeks, I will then be taking my exit. So that is why I am fully invested right now. But remember, I didn't like go in fully invested. I've been fully invested from back here somewhere, not back there somewhere. Sorry, from here. So I took off 25%, but now I'm back in fully back in, 100%. I'm back in right now because I am pretty bullish. Oh, wow. There's a gator on the bank. Let me see. Hold on. Oh, he sent me a picture. All right. I'll pull that up. All right. Man, I thought there was a gator. Hold on. I got a picture of a gator that lives here. Hold on. My gracious host just sent it to me. Let me get the picture of the gator. All right, let's see how this looks. All right, there's the gator. Oh, that's the gator that chills in the lake behind me. I want to try and catch her. I'm here for like 3 days. Not literally catch him, but catch her. Hey, I want to glance at the mempool real quick since the tab was right next to me. A little detour. Oh, nice. Your transactions are processing nicely. The blue zone is only 4. Well, the dark blue zone is only 3 to 4 bytes. Oh, this is great. This is beautiful. You get your transactions in real cheap. That's perfect. Okay, so what was I talking about? Right, the weekly chart. So this is an MRI warning, but I really like this triangle on a lower level timeframes, and I am anticipating an imminent breakout. I mean, I really thought that we could be at a new all-time high today, yesterday, Monday. Today's Tuesday, but we have to wait, a few more days. I'm still very, very bullish. This is the daily chart. The daily chart, the MRI isn't working. The daily chart is resetting. Man, if the daily chart, like, by the way, This blue line no longer needs to be all the way up there. This blue line only needs to be higher than this. If we get a daily close on a daily above 39, that is going to be awesome. And I'm still anticipating a bigger breakout. Of course, if we get a new high close, I can then move up the red line to here. That means that if we get at that point, if we get a close below, say, 35.5, that's when this bearish floor will drop out. So this is how I treat my breakouts and breakdowns. So this can already be moved further down. Okay, everything else stays as is. Okay, any good questions? Any other good questions? Let me see here. Tone, you said back with Tyler that BTC will not go to the moon unless shitcoins die. Do you still believe that? Yes, of course. Of course I believe that. And this is why earlier today I talked about how look, we're not going to have a perfect world of only Bitcoin going up and all shitcoins dying. That's what it should happen. Doesn't mean that's what will happen. But as I said earlier, if Ethereum is the only shitcoin that is, advancing and is fooling people into getting scammed, that's fine. If Bitcoin and Ethereum rise and everything else kind of stagnates or goes down versus Ethereum and versus Bitcoin, that is actually good enough because then in the next cycle, the Ethereum stupid will be exposed. So eventually, Bitcoin will start to separate. As long as Bitcoin is either, but this also means that as long as Ethereum is riding Bitcoin's coattails, Bitcoin will not. It'll have a big pullback. So, well, another way of thinking about it is if all these shitcoins are really rising with Bitcoin, it's just going to be 2017 all over again. Like Bitcoin can go to 250,000, but then it's going to fall 75% down to 50,000. Now, if Bitcoin separates from these shitcoins, then Bitcoin may never pull back again. Bitcoin may not. If Bitcoin does not have these shitcoins riding with it, an 80% correction in Bitcoin may never, ever, ever happen again. But if the shitcoins go really high and outpace Bitcoin in this bull market, then expect an 80% correction from Bitcoin because it's the shitcoins that cause most of the problems. Bitcoin would have never gone to 20,000 probably. Look, Bitcoin could have gone further than 20,000 in 2017 if the shitcoins weren't there. Bitcoin could have also not even gotten past 10,000 if the shitcoins weren't there. We don't know what could have been. So anyone that says, Bitcoin would have never been that high if it's not for shitcoins, they can be right. Anyone that's saying that Bitcoin would have been higher. But what I know for a fact is because the shitcoins that were useless, which is all of them, went up so high, it caused Bitcoin to have a much bigger correction than it otherwise would have. So if Bitcoin goes to 250,000 in this 4-year life cycle, if it does it with the shitcoins, it can fall all the way back to 50 or 20. If it does it without the shitcoins, it may only fall to 150 or 200. At the same time, without the shitcoins, Bitcoin may not even crack 100,000. But I also don't believe that it would fall 80% without the shitcoins. So the shitcoins are causing bigger drops for Bitcoin because people just lose money and they hate Bitcoin. When you scam someone on a fake Bitcoin like Bcash, what the hell is it? When you scam someone by getting them interested in Bcash, that person is no longer interested in Bitcoin, and that's why people that promote shitcoins are actually more. I don't want to say dangerous. They are. I don't like the crypto people that promote scams more than I don't like the traditional finance people. Like I think they're just generally worse human beings that promote scam coins. than someone like a Christine Lagarde that runs the IMF. That's what I think about shitcoin creators. That's how much respect I give shitcoin creators, and this is why I'm not a very sought after person by conferences that promote shitcoins. Gold is trading today. It's rallying a little bit, and I don't. Is this today's candle? Today, yeah, today's Martin Luther King 19th. Yeah, and so far I would stay away from gold. Stock market is not very volatile, which is interesting considering Joe Biden is being inaugurated tomorrow as president. I'm not sure he knows that he's president of the United States, but anyway, he will be inaugurated as president of the United States tomorrow. I don't think there's anything Trump can do about it. I don't really know what gap Plan B is talking about. I haven't really listened to a lot of his work, unfortunately. I asked him to come on a show, but he's so busy, he said to schedule him in a few months, and that's not exactly how I can barely schedule for 3 days ahead. So when will he woo? Good question. I'm giving him a little time. He got burned out a little bit. He got tired from doing all these interviews. Everyone's hitting him up. When Willie Woo's ready, he'll text me. I don't like to bother people, guys. I really don't. If people want to be on my show, they can text me as well. Oh yeah, Joe Biden is being protected, just like the president of Venezuela, because Joe Biden is afraid of the people. Joe Biden is afraid of his people. People with the American flag. That's who scares Joe Biden. Joe Biden is scared of people with an American flag. Think about that. That's why he needs half of the U.S. military in Washington, D.C. Good thing Biden doesn't even know that there's military in Washington, D.C., so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, you know what? Based on my near-term exit plans, I really should be selling my gold and silver. Yeah. I mean, I keep waiting for gold to break out, but yeah, no, I'm getting rid of. I'm gonna get if I ever get to my stash again, because I have no desire to ever be up north, other than seeing family. If I can get my family down south, that'd be ideal. Friends can visit down south as well. And it's too cold up there right now anyway. Oh, we pulled back a bit here. That's unfortunate. Ethereum's probably not pulling back, or is it? Yeah, see, Ethereum is staying up there. That's interesting. That's interesting. See, Ethereum is also breaking out. Happen. It's this doesn't mean that Ethereum is going to flip Bitcoin. It just means that people are still stupid and get ready for a big Bitcoin bear market when it eventually tops, because you can gauge the stupid in the space based on the value of Ethereum. It's a really good metric. All right, let's see what else we got on the Q&A side. Tone, now that we see institutions buying Bitcoin, do you think that after the bull market, we will see another 80% correction for a 3-year consolidation before entering the new bull market? Well, I answered that. It depends on how high the shitcoins go. You can gauge the bearishness of the Bitcoin market by the amount of the money that enters the. Yes, Ethereum is a shitcoin by default. So, and you can also gauge that from the corporate side. If you see corporation, if you see Michael Saylor, he won't, he's too smart. If you see Michael Saylor buying into Ethereum, then you know a giant correction is coming, huge. So you can almost gauge how bad the Bitcoin bear market will be by the amount of shitcoins that rise with the Bitcoin bull market. Tone, when would you think a minimum bear cycle may start, or what are the precursors to flash? I don't know. It's there she goes. My guard dog for the week. That's a good question. I believe that this year, specifically this year, is going to mimic 2013. So if we go back to maybe not this year alone, but I believe that this breakout here that took place in January 2013, this candle here, is equivalent to this candle here that broke us above 10,000. Like, so let me see if I can zoom them and put them on the same. Oh, didn't mean to click that. What I click? Oh boy. Hold on. That out. Okay, let me make this bigger. Let me do this. Beautiful. So I believe that this candle here is the equivalent of this candle here. Now, percentage-wise, this will never be matched. This might be the biggest percent gain Bitcoin had, not counting what happened in 2011. So here, Bitcoin moved 1,800%. I don't believe that's possible. Not this cycle. I don't believe that's possible, ever. The overall, and then it had a secondary move here, and this secondary move was 1,000%. The secondary move was 800. I believe the first move can go 500 up. I think that is its limit. I think the limit is 500 up. So that's one more doubling from here, I believe, maybe two. 500 up. Yes. That takes us to about 75,000. I think that is the maximum. We can also use the bottom of the candle. Right. 500 here. That's about 70K. I believe that is my maximum on first wave. Maximum. But that's my opinion now. That opinion can change tomorrow. Because if tomorrow we're sitting at 55, 60K, I may change my mind. The second move is going to be smaller as well. So the second move, using the first move as the breakout, and we don't know where the first one's going to top. Let's split the middle. Let's say the first one tops at 55, and then it takes us about 6 months to pull back and come back. And then in the second half of the year, we go up another 300%. That takes us to a maximum of 200K. Those are my maximums. 200, 250. That's my maximum, absolute maximum. Now, if you want to talk about minimums, right? As a minimum, I really don't think we're done. I'm really confident we're going to break the all-time high. So my minimum is about 46, 48,000 on wave one. And that means wave two can be about 300% later this year. And that might be a little bit high. So let's do it because it's a minimum. Let's do 200% on the minimum. And that takes us to about 130. I still think that's a little bit too high for a minimum. We're dropping that to about 100%, one more doubling. And that takes us to just under 100,000, which would actually match what's his name's Plan B's stock to flow model. Okay, that is my minimum. Plan B stock to flow model is approximately where my minimum is. But on wave two, So that's what I'm looking at. I think it's going to be difficult to cross this trend line as well. What the hell was the question that I was answering? I don't even remember anymore. Oh, what's going to start the bear market? I don't know. I have no idea. We're going to deal with it when we get to it. Right now, I'm still looking at where the top is. I'm not really thinking about what will start the bear market. Hopefully, I don't have to think about that for years. GBTC premium is incredibly low. It's incredibly low, which is why I am now 100% in GBTC because of how low the premium is. And my developer is fixing up the formulas, and I got a call with him tomorrow, and hopefully we can have something that I can release to the public. We're also working on the Ethereum version of this premium as well. Funding rate. I think the funding rate should have reset. Let me see. Let me see if the funding rate has reset. The funding rate has not reset. The funding rate is actually, oh wait, 4-hour chart. My bad. Let's go to daily. I like the daily funding rate better. Funding rate, daily, tell me it reset. No, it spiked back up again. So that's not a good sign. It's not a good sign. Here, I'm going to stop screen share for a second. Jada, come here. Got my guard dog. And then there's gators in the pond, so it's not going to be easy to get to me this week. That's screen share. Okay. Questions? Oh, we got a super chat question. Tone, loving your work. If you wanted to buy and hodl a 5-figure Bitcoin amount, how would you buy and where would you hodl? And any thoughts on Casa? You know, there's nothing wrong with Casa. Look, I would hold it myself. So, I mean, I still have my affiliates somewhere. So, Cold Card is not the most user-friendly wallet, but it is pretty secure. I would hold it myself. As far as where would I buy it? Well, lately, I've been talking about river.com. Jimmy has switched to river.com instead of Cash App. I don't want to support Jack Dorsey anymore. So I'm no longer going to be promoting or recommending Cash App because Jack Dorsey censors. It went out of control. Like I was trying to be as lenient as I could for Jack Dorsey, him being a Bitcoiner, but it only goes so far. Freedom of speech is more important than Bitcoin. And I will no longer support Jack Dorsey and his, Square or sorry, the Cash App, Square. I don't want to support them anymore. So check out River if you're looking to buy Bitcoin. And as far as holding it, look, I have friends that work in Casa. I have friends that work with Casa, but at Unconfiscatable, which I'm gonna decide next week, because I'm going to Miami after this. I'm gonna decide if I'm gonna move the conference to Miami. But at Unconfiscatable, one of our Unconfiscatable sponsors last year, and I still have their links somewhere. Media partners, it was partners. One of our partners was a company called Start9. So check that out. If you're thinking about getting Casa, check out Start9. I don't have an affiliate with them. I don't get paid. I mean, they won't even know that I'm promoting them. But they were a sponsor of Unconfiscatable last year. And check them out. If you're thinking about Casa, check out Start9. First of all, it's going to cost you like 75% less and it will put you in more control. So this thing costs about 60-70% less than a Casa node, and it gives you more control of your Bitcoin than a Casa node. So Start 9 is definitely a little Raspberry Pi box that you want to look into if you want to put in a little bit of work and learning the tech. Speaking of learning tech, I am on a mission to, I don't know when I'm going to find time, but I need to start doing an Understanding Bitcoin podcast. I have no idea when I'll find time, but it needs to be done. It just needs to, no one's doing it. It needs to be done. Any other questions? Is it possible to build a platform for freedom of speech on top of Bitcoin? I believe that it is possible. I believe that it is possible, but it won't be cheap and it won't be fast, and it should be private, but it'll cost a lot of money. And I would love to do it. Like if Bitcoin is $250,000, I would love to do it. I would love to do a lot of things, and I may have the money to do them, but do I have the passion? Do I have the proper resources? Do I want to manage a big company? I can barely manage my client support. I don't know how to manage Twitter or Gab's client support. I mean, Gab works like shit because they don't have the bandwidth nor the capacity to make their site work. I am on Gab. I do have Vays on Gab, and the site works terribly because internet doesn't want it to work. Like the people that see, look at it. The Gab doesn't even work sometimes because they're being censored. They're being censored everywhere. Whoever is this is the problem. The tech sector, the U.S. tech sector, Twitter, Facebook, Google, I think they're done. I think they're done. I never, like if I open up a chart of Amazon, let's go to Amazon. Whoa. So maybe it's the daily. So if we look at a chart of weekly Amazon, it's in a hyperwave. It's possible that this was wave 4 of Amazon. It's possible that Amazon is done. When Tyler was saying how Amazon could go into a wave 4, and then Amazon could just get destroyed, I almost laughed, saying, what in the world? How could Amazon get destroyed? And now I know. Like, I didn't know what catalyst there would be to destroy Amazon. And now I know. When Amazon AWS censored Parler and eliminated Parler, it told the rest of the world, we can censor you. And if Amazon can censor you, their number one product, which is making their stock so expensive, is providing Amazon Web Services. But if no company trusts Amazon, because Amazon can destroy your multi-million-dollar company on a Thursday afternoon because some executive at Amazon doesn't like your company and they can just turn you off. Why would anyone pay for AWS? And this is the kind of dumb move that can destroy Amazon. Twitter is totally screwed. Totally screwed. I'm leaving Twitter. Totally screwed. Not that I matter, but others will as well. So Sia Coin and storage are scams. They will not last. Guys, you have to understand that none of these shit coins will survive. So if your company is dependent on a scam coin, It will not survive. Economically, it is dumb. That's not how things work. If creating your own money for your own company is a proper economic strategy, every single company up to today would have had its own money. Twitter would have had its own money. Amazon would have had its own money. Netflix would have had its own money. Every single company you have ever heard of, Uber, would have had its own money. You would have to pay Uber with Uber dollars. And those Uber dollars are not a stable coin like Amazon points. Amazon points are a stable coin pegged to the US dollar. If it made sense for SIA coin and storage coin and library coin to exist, you would have been paying Uber for Uber rides with Uber stock. You would have been paying Amazon products with Amazon stock. You would have been paying your Netflix subscription in Netflix stock. These are economically dumb ideas. And the only reason they exist is because the guy that created their company wanted to print his own money. You are only enriching the creator of that company. That is why these companies make no sense whatsoever. Okay, let me see anything. Wow, now the sun's bright, so it's hard for me to see my laptop now. Let's go back to Bitcoin. Bitcoin was pulling back a little bit. Yeah, look at that. Bitcoin's pulling back. This is another reason to be careful of the MRI tops. And this is also why I never buy the candle after an MRI top candle. I need another candle. So this still has the possibility of pulling us back to the bottom of the triangle. That is still very, very possible. The daily chart is still bullish. Let's see where the day closes. This was looking very promising a few hours ago. Let's go to the hourly chart. An hour ago, we were as high as 37,800, 875 even. We almost hit 38,000 an hour ago, and we have now pulled back. I'm waiting for the MRI to load on the hourly chart, but this candle would have reset everything. So let's see if there is an MRI hourly top coming in. I still like this consolidation on the hourly chart. I don't like this reversal candle on an hourly chart. We still have time on a 4-hour chart, but I am bullish overall. We can still pull back to the bottom of the triangle. And we will see how this goes. The break of this resistance line is going to be huge. We break this resistance line, I believe we're breaking out of the triangle once we break the resistance line. But we have plenty of hours to like reset and create a buying opportunity on the MRI with the hourly chart. Just stay patient. Just stay patient. More questions? Silver weekly chart actually looks really good from a Wyckoff. I'm not a Wyckoff guy. I wouldn't be so quick to sell. I would buy 22 to 19 and expect heavy upwards potential. I'm not in a rush to sell because I'm mostly lazy. I was supposed to sell my silver 3 years ago, but I still haven't. Tone, could you check weekly chart of the Bitcoin Bitfinex, where you had a multi-year channel? Maybe. The problem is I don't know where that is. BTC USD. Boy, is this one? I haven't opened this since April. Thank you, TradingView Blockchain, for timestamping. The last time I looked at the Bitfinex, it kind of changed. I don't know why it says Bitstamp, but says daily channel. I think that's what you mean. And thank you, TradingView blockchain, which to this day has remained more immutable than the Ethereum blockchain. Let's see if this is the channel. Yes, that is. And it's called Bitstamp, but maybe this is the Bitfinex chart. That was my channel. That was my 2017 channel. Wow, let's see if we can extend that without screwing it up. Oh boy, this is very challenging. Yeah, I think I did it. Oh yeah, this is nice. This is very nice. I like it. I have to raise. I needed parallel though. Interesting. Oh man. All right, there it is. There's the channel. It looks great. Now it's time to hit the top of the channel. Time to hit the top of that channel. And the top of that channel in February of next year would be, no, I'm sorry, February of this year would be $57,000. I think we can do it. I really think we can do it. These are my old notes. So if you find any of my articles, probably on Cointelegraph, this was me calling the big breakout, though I wasn't on writing articles yet, but this was me calling the big crash. I love the descending triangle. This was me calling the big crash. No one thought it could happen, and down we went big time. All right, more questions. I do have a bunch of work to get done, so we may not stick around for too long. Tone, I get that you hate shitcoins, but why don't you profit from trading when using your MRI and put the profits into Bitcoin? Because you only have certain amount of time in your life. I can't do everything. And right now, the work I'm about, because I could also not do videos and profit. So you have X amount of time, and some of that time needs to be used to sleep, and some of that time is used to trade, and some of that time is used, in my case, to make YouTube videos, and in your case, probably work and life. And some people have kids, and some people like me go out and socialize and try to get people's brains functioning in a way that makes them not scared of virus. And therefore, there's only so much I can do with my time. And trading shitcoins is not something that will bring pleasure to my life, whether it makes me money or loses me money. And there was a 50-50 shot that me trading Bitcoins would lose me money. So why would I? I don't like trading shitcoins. I don't even like thinking about shitcoins. And if you think trading is easy, don't trade. Trading is one of the most hardest things you can do with your time. It is incredibly difficult. And I've spent many, many years trading, and I know how difficult it actually is. Can you please have a look at the chart of a bunch of stocks? And maybe, let me see. Let me see what other questions we have. Tone, do you ever look at the Bitcoin net unrealized profit and loss indicator created by Tour de Meester? No, I don't know if I might have seen it once, but no, I'm not familiar with it. Tone, you said consolidating on weekly chart for 2 more weeks would take us higher than breaking up right now. Why does this thing it's weird? what would need to happen for the 1 hour to 4 hour chart for Bitcoin to consolidate for 2 more weeks? Nothing. It would just keep consolidating. It would alter the shape of the triangle. It would, for example, go a little bit higher, then maybe go a little bit lower, and that would spread out the triangle like that and continue to extend it forward. We can make a lower low. I mean, this is a possible triangle. And a triangle like this, because if we go down to 32 and then go up to 37, so we could actually extend this triangle all the way into late February. But right now, the triangle looks like this. Okay. Can you? Oh yeah, that's the other one. All right. All right. H2O on the Frankfurt Exchange. Okay. No comment. I already know it's a no comment. It's too new. It's an IPO. Did it fall 50%? Oh, what is it? It did. So you got your answer. It's an IPO that fell 50%. Fell 73%, for God's sakes. There it is. There it is. Your stock IPOs, it falls 50%. It's a buying opportunity. When it broke the floor, get ready. And it ultimately fell 72%. And I think now it's bullish, and now it can challenge new all-time highs. So that's my view on it. All right, what else we got? TME probably on Frankfurt Exchange as well. I have no idea. Oh, my computer is getting warm. I'm in the sun now. I have to slide over. TME. No, New York Stock Exchange. Something with music. No comment. Guys, this is not like I don't know what you want me to say. I mean, this thing just went up a lot. Like that, no comment. Like this is the easiest thing. Like the time to buy when it's breaking an all-time high. I mean, this is the time to buy, or this is the time to buy when it's breaking an all-time high after a prolonged absence. When it just went up 800% in a day, I have no comment. Plug. I didn't even know BlackBerry still existed. Oh, plug. Not plub. Again, no comment. Other than you should have got out knowing that the daily MRI is coming, and the weekly is still bullish. The time to buy companies is when they are breaking above all-time high. Jesus. I have no idea what this company does. The time to buy this thing, oh boy. I don't know if I would have bought this one. But yeah, it was down here long enough. Look, the time to buy it is when it's breaking. Well, that's not an all-time high, but that is an equivalent to an all-time high. The break of a 6-year high is the time to buy this thing. Not now. I wouldn't buy it now. I don't even know what they do, but I wouldn't buy it now. BlackBerry still exists? Who uses BlackBerry? Aren't these people like dying of old age by now? I mean, I gotta stick with my rules, right? Like the time to buy is when it's breaking above its 6-year highs. So you got two options. Here it is. So you still got room. You can lower it a little. Actually, I think it's bullish now. I think it's bullish now. I just have no idea who would be using it. Who the hell uses a BlackBerry? Am I in Naples? No, I'm in Venice. That's as specific as I'm gonna get. But I'm staying put. Like I'm staying. Like that lake behind me is as far as I'm going till Thursday because I need to get some work done. But join us in Tampa this weekend. I don't know where I'll be chilling in Tampa yet. I'm gonna figure that out today. I'll tweet it out. Don't worry. And I'll mention it on YouTube probably tomorrow. All right, guys, it's time to get going here. Are we still dropping on a short-term level? Yeah, we are. So we've gone up nicely. You still have the possibility of going to the bottom of the triangle. I am still bullish, waiting for a breakout. I'm also going to be watching to see what happens today. Donald Trump gets to pardon people today, former criminals. He gets to pardon. I hope Julian Assange and Snowden are on the list. It would be interesting if Ross Ulbricht's on the list, though I doubt he would be. And let's see if Biden blocks it. Biden is already blocking everything else Trump has done. That's good, like allowing people to leave the country. It's going to get scary, guys. It's going to get real scary when you're not allowed to leave your zip code. You're not allowed to walk outside past 8 p.m. Biden will probably put in a mask mandate. They'll probably put in a vaccine mandate. They will. I'm kind of scared to be in the U.S. as a U.S. citizen. If you're in the U.S. as a tourist, you're fine. But I'm kind of scared to be in the U.S. as a U.S. citizen. Because you are their property. You have no rights. You are their property. And it's unfortunate. Thank God we have Bitcoin. Why haven't I left already? That's a good question. I can't go anywhere right now with the COVID. Like if Biden won the way he won, and there wasn't this COVID situation, I would not. I would be completely overseas, traveling to find a place to go, while working on getting new passports. Unfortunately, I'm stuck here. I can't go anywhere. I don't have a price prediction at the end of the year. I'm just enjoying the bull market. I also have to sell my apartment, so I have the money to actually execute my exit plans. I make my living on the internet. I don't make my living based on the US. I used to make my living in the US, but after I quit my job in 2015, I've made my living on the internet, which I can do from anywhere in the world. I don't need the US. Do you wear a mask when you go grocery shopping? Not in Florida. Not in Florida, which is why I'm in Florida. I am very worried about the time it'll take because the New York property market has been destroyed. My property probably lost 10 to 20% of its value because of the socialist mayor and governor that eviscerated New York City. I hope no one moves to New York City ever again. Tone, check out Armature Works in Tampa. Maybe, sure. Rooftop bar, that sounds good. Yeah, we'll see. Could be an option. Oh, Texas and Florida are gonna get like their populations are gonna explode. Like everyone's gonna move to Florida and Texas. New York and California, they're done. Well, because the COVID cases are bullshit. No, COVID cases are irrelevant. It's COVID deaths, and there's very few. There's almost none, and there's also zero flu deaths. So it's insane. Thoughts on $15 minimum wage? It should be $150 minimum wage. I don't understand why it's 15. They should make it $150 an hour minimum wage. I don't understand why they're stopping at 15. Go all out. Go 150. Why 15? The 15 part makes no sense. Go all the way to 100. Nice round number. $100 minimum wage. Let's see how many businesses can afford a minimum wage employee. Well, you can't go to the beach in Florida. It's too cold here. Like I'm sitting here in a sweatshirt. Like you can go to the beach, but like, good luck. I'll hang in Nashville, Tennessee if there's no mask mandates in Tennessee. I'm staying in Florida as long as Florida and Mexico are my next two destinations. I mean, that's where I can breathe without wearing a mask. I can breathe. Like I can't breathe in a mask. Like it really bothers me. Tether just printed 400 million USDT. Sounds good. All right. That's it. I'm still bullish. You guys know the deal. Follow me on Gab when it works. If it works. Does it ever work? Eventually it'll work. Hopefully it'll work. Follow me on Gab. Follow me on bitcoinhackers.org Mastodon because I will be getting rid of Twitter sometime this quarter. We will announce Unconfiscatable. I need to get to Miami and I need to see if I can move it to Miami, and then we will work on this. But this is going to take a lot more work. Like in Vegas, it's easy for us because we know the venues. We have relationships with the venues. If we move it to Miami, you know, it's more work for us as organizers, and we're a tiny, tiny team of organizers. So moving it to a new city, making new contacts, it's not easy. It's a lot of work. And this conference loses money. This is not, like, if you think this conference makes me money, you're insane. This conference cost us tens of thousands last year because we have almost no sponsors. And there's no shitcoin sponsors. So these were our sponsors last year. And we'll see if we can get any of them this year. All right. Thanks, guys. Thank you all for watching. Please support. Go over to tonevays.com. You can purchase an on-demand video if you're learning how to trade. You could also get the MRI indicator. Or you can just go to the affiliate page. Not much here these days, but better than nothing. All right. So thank you all for watching. Not much else to say on the price of Bitcoin. And see you all on the next one. One more look behind me. I can grab the camera. Lake with some gators in it. I'm gonna go check them out. Where'd my guard dog go? She'll be back. All right. There she is. Hey, girl. All right, guys. I'll see everybody tomorrow. Later.